Good morning, students. In the last two videos, we have seen the basic introduction about the normal distribution and the basic properties of the normal distribution. Every time I have told you that there is a normal table. One gentleman has calculated the various integrations for the easy to use and ready reckoner kind of situation. Let me show you how the normal table looks like. My dear student, this is the normal table, and now we'll try to understand how to use this table, right? So you don't have to worry, it's all very easy, and I'm here to make the things very easy for my dear students, right? This is the value of z, you can see. This is what the values of z ranging from 0.0 to 3.9, right? And this is what the second decimal place is. Here you can see that the values are given like 0.4. This is what 0.4 is the first decimal place, and here you can see that 0, 1, 2, 3 others are given. So if you want to see the value of, for example, z equals to 0.4, right? So 0.4 is here. So you have to use this value. But suppose you want to use it for 0.45. So this line, this row will be used, and 5 is what this column will be used. So 0.45 is nothing but this value, that is 0.1736. We'll understand the normal distribution in many pieces and parts, right? First of all, we have a kind of discussion on the basic introduction. Then secondly, we have discussed about the properties of the normal distribution. Now we are talking about the only normal table. We are not talking about any questions, right? Next we will understand how to set the graph and all, but let's focus right now on the normal table. Similarly, can somebody from you help me in finding 1.93? If z is equals to 1.93, how the value or probabilities of z will be there? So for z equals to 1.93, what we are calculating basically probability of z, right? And probability of z equals to 1.93, for example, is what? So probability of z equals to 1.9. This line is 1.9, and you can see that this 0, 1, 2, and this 3, right? So it is somewhere here, right? So this looks like 0.4732. Hope you understand this thing, right? Happy or not? Let's move to the next slide then. Yeah, I'm zooming. I've just zoomed the previous one. Earlier you can see that it was for 0 to 3.9, and here I'm just showing up to 0 to 1.1. So everything is remains same. No changes there, but only point is what, for better understanding and better clarity, the things are here. Okay. So you can see that up to 1.1 it is 1.0 it is 3413, and here also it is for 1.0 it is 3413. Everything is same, just assume the values like this, and for 0 to z to 1.16 is like this. Alright, next table. This is another part. Here we will not understand that or not explaining the things, but let's try to understand only one thing. That if I am saying the probability of z less than equals to -2, or simply less than -2, then what happens, right? So this thing can be written as minus infinity to z, minus infinity to less than z less than equals to -2. So how we'll find this one? So it's like, this is what a normal distribution table. Here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, that means plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, and so on, right? And this part is what? This part is the middle part. You can understand as mu as well, right? So you don't have to go into the calculation and part. Just try to understand the only one thing, that is what setting part. So for z equals to -2, that is area below z equals to -2 is likewise this. Now let's try to understand that how this value comes. That is 0.0228. How this value comes, right? So z equals to minus 2. If you can go to the table again, this was the smaller table, this was the bigger table. So if you can see that z equals to 2.0, it is looking like 4772. And this is the point where my student got confused that, sir, it is 0.4772 and you have shown something and it is looking 0.0228. How it is possible and why it is possible and likewise, right? There are various ways to do it. I'll explain it, but let me take another example for shedding the normal curve. Okay, and here you can see that area below z equals to minus 1. What it means? So area below z equals to minus 1 is nothing but as same as previous, that area, suppose P is z less than minus 1, if you are saying, right? So we can better elaborate and write like minus infinity to z less than minus 1, right? So here our first purpose is to understand the setting part. So hope it is clear to you, right? So what we did, we have traced a normal curve roughly, and then make the x-axis with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and draw a line on this and shed this region, and this is the area of interest to find out this one, right? Here other symbols are also there. Try to understand this one. N means what? The normal distribution, and 0 means what? The value of mean, and standard deviation is 1. So usually we represent the normal variate x using the symbol like n is mu comma sigma. This is one another way to represent this one. Again here you can see that it comes like 0.1587, right? If you go back and see the value of z equals to 1, here you can see that it looks like 3413. Then why I am saying that here 3413 for z equals to 1, we have already calculated. For z equals to 1, it is 0.3413. I'm trying to little bit curious you by confusing you, right? So how this value comes at 1.87? I'll discuss this thing in coming slides, but let me now speed the presentation by showing another way of representing. Here you can see that z equals to plus 2. Similarly, you can see that area above z equals to plus 1 is look like this, right? So z equals to plus 1 is what? So z equals to plus 1, here you can see that. Again we have traced a normal curve, then name the x-axis, and this is what z equals to 1 point, right? And z equals to 1 point. And if you are saying area above z equals to 1, that means probability of z greater than 1, right? So this part is of more interest than other parts, right? So basically we have to integrate. So how we'll do this? That means we need to find out probability of z greater than 1. So need not to integrate it all. We have to just use the normal table and you'll get the values. Couple of more examples, then I'll show you that how many this many values 1587 and 0.5 will come and all. Here it is very easy. Need not to worry that we have already discussed that normal distribution table is symmetrical, right? And area of this entire part is what? The entire part is 1. That means we have already seen that minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx was 1, right? So similarly, if you have converted this thing in the z, it will also come like this. So here we have seen that 0 to probability of z greater than 0. What it means? That means after this point, entire positive x-axis will be 0.5, and similarly entire negative axis will also be 0.5. So that 0.5 and 0.5 will get sum together and give us the value 1, right? So I believe that for this 0.5 you don't have any doubt. but you might have a curiosity that why this 0.1587 and all, right? Similarly, just try to explain you that how the curves moves and how we are setting this one. Another setting, you can see that we need to find out the area between -1 to +1. So here two coordinates are there. This is what z equals to -1 point, and this is z equals to 1 point, right? We have just traced this two coordinates and set this part. So this part is of the interest, right? So how the area will coming like this. So these are the various questions. Similarly, splitting this -2 plus 2, hope you understand. Then there are -2 -1 also there, right? And now we'll have some practical example to understand this one, right? So we'll start with the initial calculation. That means let me take this example now. So example number 1 here, you can see that probability of z 0 to 1. And to understand this thing, let's move to the normal table again, right? Which one? This one or this? Okay. So let me take this one, because if you are interested for 0 to 1, this will also work, right? So here, as I told you that this is the values. This table has the values like 0 to z to 1.16. That means this is what the second digit I have already told. So 1.16. This is what 1.1, and this is what 1.16. This value is 1.16. Of z 0.228 comes, or 0.1587 came, right? To explain this one, let me erase the ink on the screen and so you do the calculations, right? Okay. So using the pen now, you can see that this is what z equals to -2, and as we all understand that area between z is -2 is what probability of z less than -2. How we do it? So you can understand one thing, my dear student, that is what this part. So this entire part, you can see that is nothing but, if you can trace this one, this is what nothing but 0.5, this part, and similarly this part is also 0.5. So that the entire sum will equal to 1, right? And to find out any value like z less than -2 and all, what we'll do now, we'll find out probability of z equals to 2. So probability of z equals to 2 means what? Probability of z is less than equals to 2. And how we'll find out this one? This one we can find out using the table. So let me go back to the table. I'm erasing the inks on the slides again for better understanding, right? And here you can see, can you see where's 2? Yeah, this is what 2.0, right? And so if you are interested to find out probability of 0 to z to 2, right? If it is -2, if it is +2, doesn't matter. We have already discussed that thing in the video number 2, right? So this is what, this is the value is 0.4772. I'm saying this is the value, right? 0.4772. Is it okay, my dear student? Let's note down somewhere here and remember I said. So this is what 0.4772 we have calculated, right? So in our table, you can see that we don't have a value for probability z less than -2. That means we don't have the value for this one, but we do have the value for this part, right? And this part, and say these parts are similar, because this is what, this is also 0 to 2, and this is what -2 to 0. That means the distance is same. Here also we have 2 units, and here also we have a 2 units, right? The probability of z 0 to 2 is available as 0.4772, right? So I'm writing, yeah, so what I'm saying that yeah, I'm missing the screen again for doing fair things on it. So what are the things available we have? So we are basically interested for probability of z less than -2, right? So this thing can be written as probability of z minus 2. Say we have probability of 0 to z to 2, one idea, and this thing we have calculated from the slides, that is 0.4772, right? 0.4772, yeah, this is what 0.4772. This we have taken from the table. Now we have to apply our logic. Logic is what? That 0 to z to less than 2 or minus 2 to z to 0 are all same. Why? Because it has a symmetry. You understand this thing? And next thing, we are not interested in this value. We are interested only in the value of probability z less than minus 2. That means this is all minus infinity to minus 2. So we are interested for the values of minus infinity to this part, right? And here you can see that if you can trace a line like this, you can draw a line like this. This entire part, is what? This entire part is nothing but 0.5. So we know that this value is 0.5. And we know the value of this part, right? That is 0, minus 2 to 0 or 0 to 2. This is what 0.4772. So can we write down this thing as, this value we are interested, this is not 0.5, this value we have to find out, right? And 0.5 is this part, right? So what is 0.5? We know that minus infinity to z to 0 is 0.5, right? And we also have another value, that is what, minus 2 to z to 0 is 0.4772, right? Can we subtract this 2 and then you will get the answer. And what is the answer? And answer will be for probability of z less than minus 2, and that is nothing but 0.228, 0.0228. That will be the answer. And how we'll do it? Let me elaborate you one more time. So we were interested for probability of z less than minus 2. This is what nothing but probability of minus infinity to z to 0 minus probability of, right, minus 2 to z to 0. So this value is what? 0.5 minus this entire value is what we have calculated from the table, that is 0.4772, and on the subtraction only we will find that this value is like this, right? You not to worry, I'll explain it one more time for you, right? Similarly, the next part, next example on this tree, right? So here again you can see that the table is with us, and now the next question is for, you can see that a probability of z less than minus 2. We have already seen the starting part, and starting part gives an idea that from where we have to subtract or which areas of interest and all, right? So let me elaborate you this thing one more time for you. So my dear student, don't worry, it's all very simple. So we are basically interested to find out probability of z less than minus 1. More precisely, we can see this one as minus infinity to z to minus 1. That means this part, somewhere here minus infinity is there now. So this part we are interested. How we can calculate this thing? By the previous example you can see that we know the value of this entire part, that is what? Probability of minus infinity to z to 0, that is what? 0.5. We know this thing, minus we can find out this value from the table, right? This value we can find out from the table, that is what? Probability of minus 1 to z to 0, right? And we have also discussed that probability of minus 1 to z to 0 is equal to probability of 0 to z to 1. You can see that minus 1 to 0. This area is similar to this area, right? So can we find out this value? Let's move to the table now. So this is what the table, and here you can see that this value is somewhere, if we can say, or if some student can identify, this is what 1.0, right? So this is what the value 0.3413. The probability of 0 to 1, z0 to 1 is 0.3413, right? Do you remember this thing? Yeah, here. So now I'm simplifying this one again for you. So this will look like, yeah, so 0.5 minus 0.3413, and if you can simplify this one, you will get 0.1587. Is it correct? Happy now? Okay. Moving to the next one. Similarly, we have probability of z greater than plus 2, and how we'll find 0.228. So this is a kind of another example where what we did, we have subtracted like this. Try to do it at your own, and I'm giving one more example to you. Similarly, here you can see that 0.1587 we have just calculated like this. Probability of z greater than 0, need not to have any calculation, it will look like always 0.5. Right? Now this is a tricky question, right? We need to find out the area between minus 2 to plus 2, or area between minus 1 to plus 1. I believe it will be easy for you. So let me take this one, minus 2 to plus 2, how it will look like, right? And how we'll calculate it. So it's all very easy. This is what the area, we have already studied the part, right? And this part, if you can trace a line like this, and 0 to 2. So this 0 to 2 is exactly similar to this point, because this is what symmetrical about x-axis, right? So we can say what, that if you are interested to find out the area between minus 2 to plus 2, this is what z is, minus 2 to plus 2. So this is what, nothing but 2 times the area between any side. So let me take 0 to 2, right? And it is what, 2 times probabilities of 0 to z to 2. So I will find out. So probability of 0 to z to 2 is available in the table itself. So let's move to the table. Right? So this is what the table we have, and here you can see that 0 to 2. Can you identify it? It's 4772. 4772, right? 4772, right? So this value is 0.4. Okay, right? This is what, 0.4772, and it's a time for the calculator. Can you calculate? 2 times 0.4772 will be what? So let's do this here. So it's 0.4772 into 2 will give us 95.44. It's 0.9544. And in the percentage also you can write down the probability of this two area is somewhere as 95%, right? 0.9544. Hope you understand this thing. And one more tricky question. Let's do this thing here. And here is not, you can in the previous question you have seen that we have just multiplied by 2, but here something different is there. So what's the difference? So here you need to find out the area between minus 2 to plus 1. So can we write down this one as minus 2 to 0 plus probability of 0 to 1. Is this clear, my dear student? And as we know that minus 2 to 0 or 0 to 2 is all similar, right? So if we can go back, we have calculated the value of 0 to 2. This is what 4772, and this we have calculated from the table, right? So from the table only we have calculated. So this value is similar to this one. Is what 0.4772, right? And then probability of Z 0 to 1 is what we have just calculated somewhere. Yeah, this is what 0.3413. If you can see that 0.3413, right? This value 0.3413. So let me take this value here, 0.3413. Okay, so this is what point right 0.3413, and can we add this to, so it looks like 0.8185. Is this clear? 5 then 8. So this is what the calculations of the area under the normal curve. Few more examples are there on the screen. You can see that if you can find out the area between 1 to 2, it looks like this, and how and why we are tracing, that we need to understand, right? And for that, my dear student, I always recommend you to trace a graph like this. Let me express with the second example. Suppose this is what a normal distribution curve you have, roughly I sketched, and here you need to find out 1 to 2. That means let's say somewhere here z equals to 1 is there, and here somewhere here z equals to 2 is there, right? And this area is of interest. So how we'll do it, right? So it's all very simple. If you are interested to find out probability of z1 to 2, right? And in the table only you can see that you have the value available for this 0 to 2. That means you have the value for this 2 value, and you have available value for this part only. So if we can subtract this entire part with this part, you will get the value. So that's what we have did here. That is probability of z 0 to 2. It is available in the table at 0.4772. We have just seen, and probability of z 0 to 1 is again given in the table. And why we have to subtract, why we have to add, that clarity will given by the diagram, right? Unless until you will not trace the diagram, you will not appreciate and understand that how this values came, right? Now, these are the few examples for you. Similarly, we have another example like probability of z greater than equals to 1. So that is, we need to again understand that why we are subtracting it again and again, right? So again, the idea will be clear once you have the diagram, right? So just trace like this. This is what z equals to 0. This is what z equals to 1, right? And if it is saying that probability of z greater than equals to 1, that means this area is of interest, right? For this area of interest, you know what you can do. This entire area, you know that the value is what 0.5, right? And the table value available we have with this only. What we can do, that probability of z greater than equals to 1, we can write down this thing as probability of z 0 to infinity minus probability of z 0 to 1, right? So this is what this value is 0.5, and this value we have just calculated from the table, so it is like 3413, and if you can subtract it, you will get 0.1587, right? This is what another example. Similarly, we have example like probability of z less than equals to -1 will look like this. Probability of z -2 to 1 will look like this, and probability of z less than equal to 1.87 will look like this. This is all an assignment to you to understand the basics of this. Take a note on it. Thank you for watching this video, and hope you appreciate and understand how we can use the normal distribution table. Next video, don't forget to watch, where we will take some practical examination, some real life examinations. Maybe it's a Yamuna Expressway, maybe it's a real life situations of the life of some products and all. Thank you very much, my dear student.